was listening to the radio, and I was listening to this. It was Times Radio at the weekend, actually, with Adam Bolton and Kate McCann, and they had this guy Pat McFadden on, who's quite a senior cabinet minister. And here's the headlines down here, guys. So it's this bottom article: terminally ill could pay for assisted death, and we suddenly realised, Angela, we don't know if 100,000 people suddenly decide they want to die. Is that the NHS has got to pay for that?
Exactly. I mean, I think this is one of the issues with the assisted dying bill, is there are so many practical implications for this. We've all been so focused on the morality of it. Does the state heal or does it kill? Is this a state-sponsored suicide? We've heard the terrible stories of suffering for those who, God forbid anyone should be in that situation. But we've not talked about the pragmatic, the reality of the cost.
Well, I'm just assuming it's down to people to find a way. I don't know. Let's have a listen to the Minister.
As you know, people currently have to pay for this themselves if they go to Switzerland. So all those questions of costs, safeguards, all the issues that have been raised have to be considered during the committee stage, the clause-by-clause examination of the bill.
Yeah.
And that's the right way to do it, because it's a huge change.
Yeah.
And you could see that on the faces of the MPs who are voting for it.
What do you think, Jovan? Is this going to be the NHS that's got to foot the bill?
I mean, how many people are sat on the waiting list waiting to get a doctor's appointment? I mean, we're committing, there's a commitment to 40,000 new appointments and such, and I just think this has been a bit of a practical oversight on the part of this bill. It's going to cost, obviously, a lot of money. Is it something we even kind of want to foot the bill for? And
yeah, because I sort of thought that all we're going to do is not prosecute people who give assistance to someone who, let's say, goes to Dignitas. But now I'm thinking, the penny dropped when I heard that interview at the weekend, because I thought, oh, this is going beyond. This is about the state providing death.
Which is much of the debate has been predicated on the state's actual, positive involvement. I was talking to a doctor the other day, and I said, "What's going to happen with you people? Are you going to have to opt in or out to actually providing the service?" Not every doctor will want to do it. Physician heal thyself. So how are you going to have to bring in more clinicians to do it, because there aren't enough doctors who are prepared to assist with this?
What do you think?
And that's it. I mean, for me, I think it fundamentally alters the practice of medicine in this country, where instead of doctors trying to sustain life as we see it, despite some of the difficult circumstances that people are going through with their own health, I mean, doctors may be expected to prescribe, in some instances, death as an alternative. And I think that kind of fundamental dynamic has to really be explored, because why would people want to pay into a system that could be facilitating greater death if it's on the NHS?
Yeah, death on the NHS, my God.
Well, it's an entire collision of
But you obviously agree, but except that one day we may be in a position where we would choose death ourselves.
I think it's really important to know, I mean, most disabled people's organisations in this country also oppose the bill as it stands, and that's something really, I think, important to note, is that some of the people that may be affected by the legislation, various organisations have called that this bill may have some of the oversights. We saw some of the contributions in the House.
We need a referendum on this, I think.
You think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. It's too massive.